everyone, welcome back or welcome to my art channel. Today I'll be drawing in this reverse coloring book. So this book is full of like watercolored, basically almost kind of like an ink blot. It shows on this page kind of how you can do it, but it's basically you draw in the lines for the page that already has color on it. I did start on this page already because my mom wanted to see how something like this works. So I did a little trial flower. I see mostly flowers in this first page, so that's my motivation for this page and what I try to create with these color blots. This also does remind me of when I was younger, to pass the time either on like a road trip or like waiting in a waiting room for something like the doctor or whatever. We would just have a piece of paper and just draw like a blob shape, and then the other person would figure out something to make out of that blob shape, or scribble or whatever someone else drew. Me and my brother would do this a lot, and just pass each other different blobs to create something out of. But that reminds me of this, where you're creating a shape from what you can see with your eyes based on the coloring. I think this is a really good exercise for artists because we already train our eyes to pick out patterns and shapes in real life to figure out how to paint something or draw something. We kind of subconsciously pick out the shapes that make up something. Like, you'll even talk to a lot of artists about clouds and cloud shapes, and sometimes in their mind they're thinking, okay, well, there's this color, and this color that makes up this cloud that I'm staring at, and there's all these circle shapes. So a lot of times artists are like deconstructing things in life that then later they can use to create, which I think is also difficult for people who don't get images in their head. It's called aphantasia, where if you say picture a potato, if you can't picture the image of a potato clearly, that's one like side of people, and then other people just picture like the word potato. So like when you're reading, some people can't picture an image in their head, like a movie is playing while they're reading. Other people just see the words in their head, and so that was something interesting that I actually learned within the last few years, that was kind of interesting, especially as an artist who does have a creative brain that others, obviously I knew there's a creative brain and then there's more a logical brain, but there's also like a difference in how people brains perceive, I guess, which is kind of cool, that we're different in that way from each other, which makes a difference in certain jobs that people do and are good at. So basically I took this little by little, kind of seeing what kind of flowers I could make. So I did quite a few different styles, and then any of the green that I saw, I tried to make into various leaf patterns, or stems, or like thorns or something. And I actually didn't bring up any references of flowers or like Google search flowers or anything to give me ideas. I just kind of went off of the darker shades of color versus the lighter shades of color, and circles versus like more triangles. And I also kind of created lines to make up more of a flower petal shape. So it's a lot of kind of using your eyes to see things and also your imagination, to create each individual flower for this. I do really like the bee that I made out of just a splotch of yellow on the side there. He's probably my favorite part. So I plan to eventually work through this book. I don't think I'll be showing every single page, but I'll maybe flip through at the end when I do finish. And here's the final before and after. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today and finishing this first page of this reverse coloring book. Please leave a like and subscribe for more art videos, and I'll see you in the next one.